Who created Taliban? When Russia came, the Americans supported the Afghans, created Taliban. Now they want to take over, they're fighting back. Who is the creation? Americans. The biggest terrorist according to me in this history, George Bush. Now he's no longer there. George Bush, number one.
I'm with you on that.
Sorry?
I'm with you on that.
You're with me on that. So I'm also going to America. I'm even going to America live and on satellite, giving the message to Americans. I was the first person that I know of in the public after 9/11 in Australia. I said, I'm a fundamentalist and I consider George Bush to be the biggest terrorist. It came at headlines. In December 2001, when I gave a talk in Australia, when the Consul General asked me that what do you consider, who's a terrorist? I said George Bush number one. It came as headline, Dr. Zakir Nikes calls himself a fundamentalist and considers George Bush to be terrorist number one. Now every Tom, Dick and Harry is calling him a terrorist. At that time, no one had the guts. What we realized, we are speaking the truth. Now whether George Bush, many people say, when I gave a talk in London on terrorism, very good talk, people enjoyed. A youngster comes and says, death to George Bush, death to George Bush. Full talk of mine gone. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there were two staunchest enemies of Islam. Both were called Umarain. The Prophet prayed to Allah that give hidayah to one of these two Umar, and Umar bin Khattab, who was the second caliph of Islam, Allah gave hidayah, who was the staunchest enemy of Islam, became the staunchest supporter. Therefore I said, may Allah give hidayah to George Bush. I can speak. I cannot give hidayah. I can tell him what he's doing is wrong. I don't want to kill him. I want him to accept Islam. Killing is useless. What's the use of killing? Accepting is better. So that's the reason we are giving the message. Those whose hearts are opening, they're accepting. Inshallah, God will open your heart also one day. When God opens your heart one day, I cannot do it. I can give the message, I can't force you. Unless God gives you, unless you strive. If you strive, God will help you. If you don't strive, your heart will not be opened.